All right, guys, it's been kind of crazy touch and go with the rain today. I don't want my camera or my phone, my camera to be in the rain. So so I'm kind of hopefully in a window here where it doesn't start raining on me, or at least not bad. Where we are today is this is the second turning of the compost. I'm not going to add any more water to it. I've been kind of disappointed with its heat. I wanted it to be more, but what are you going to do? It is what it is. If it doesn't want to heat up, and it won't do it, it won't heat up. I'll just have to play with the water and do things like that. So first thing I'm going to do is just kind of check it for heat, and then I'm going to get it turned. Okay, so there's actually like kind of a better heat today. I'm surprised because I felt the outside and I didn't like what I was feeling, but now I've got this little bit in my hand and the water feels like I'm definitely not adding any water. There's no way. Just doesn't need any more. It doesn't smell bad, which is always a good sign. The question is just how much is it breaking down. This is actually a bigger piece of wood than I even knew was in there. That's okay. We'll leave it. Nothing to do but just get it turned. Okay, I've got some really good news down here. When I smell it now, it dried out some, and when I did my first turning after it had sat for 4 days, I smelled it down here and I went, oh no, that's a bit anaerobic. Now I'm giving this a smell, and I'm thinking, you know what, that smells more like leaves, which is really good. That's the smell you want. You want it to smell like it's you know, earth that's breaking down, not a swamp, not anaerobic. And so the smell down here is not so anaerobic anymore. That's really good news. I'm very stoked about that. There was a very clear anaerobic odor down here 2 days ago. So that's how fast things can change in composting. And my heat feels a little bit better. So that's good news. And also some really good news right here. This is the bottom of my compost bin. And this stank of an anaerobic odor 2 days ago. And now it's much better. So I'm definitely not going to take a risk like adding more water or doing anything like that. I'm just going to leave this to hopefully improve. So what it's time to do now is to turn it, make the top, the bottom, the outside, the inside, the inside, the outside, all that good stuff. So let's have a look here. This is like the real proper inside here. It doesn't have the best smell that I really want, but some of that is just that it needs to work a little bit of water out. There are plenty of leaves in here, and I can just tell visually that it's a little bit wetter than I would like, and so just certainly not going to add any more water. That's all. It is not an anaerobic smell though, so that's good news. Okay, so what I just did there, I was kind of arranging the inside of my my bin there. I'm going to do something a little bit different this time. Before I was just putting the compost back in the bin, simply. That was all I was doing. This time, instead of just putting it back in, I'm going to put it in, and I'm going to scoot what's in the center to the side and kind of create a well. A little bit of a well, and I'm going to keep doing that and get it all the way up until finally I can just kind of start adding and do that in an effort to make to really accomplish a little bit better, I hope, what's on the outside becomes the inside, because the turning is not just this, it's a complete blend, like reblend is what it really needs to accomplish. Having another smell here of a different section, and I tell you what, it's not bad. I was worried after I flipped it. I mean, it really doesn't smell anaerobic at all. That's what I mean by not bad. It's okay. It has some heat, you know. It's really pretty okay. It's not bad. You know, after those first 4 days, when I smelled the bottom, just smelled like a bog, like a completely anaerobic, swampy smell. I was just like, oh no, it's just not going well at all. It's a failure. And then now, after that first turn, I'm starting to find that, hey, it's really not nearly as bad as I thought. This is okay. Okay, there we go. It's all done. It's not easy, but it's also not that difficult. And look at this. That's what's called honest work, right? So as I was going through it, you know, when you turn a compost, you get the opportunity to you know, actually have the bottom of it and the top of it and the middle of it and the inside and the outside and all of it, you know, in your hand, and just kind of like see what's going on. And it's really not that bad. There are a couple little sections, like whatever comes off the bottom smells a little bit like kind of a hint of being anaerobic, but then that gets put back up to the top, and it's going to solve that. And then what's gone down to the bottom, which has a really nice earthy smell to it, will, you know, maybe become a slight bit anaerobic. The thing is when you move on to this phase where you flip it every 2 days with this Berkeley method, you know, it doesn't give the anaerobic aspects that are possible a really solid chance to set in and kind of do their thing. So so you sort of take that away from it by flipping it often enough. You know, as soon as the bottom wants to try to start doing that, it's time to flip it again, and it becomes the top. It never gets the chance to really become fully swampy. So yeah, that's it. Second turning. 2 days from now is the third turning. Thanks. Base gardening.